This is the first Samsung soundbar I've come across for 2021. It's a Q600A, replaces last year's Q60T. A bit of graphics upside down there on the bottom as well, not just a plain box. There we go. So I'm guessing this part will have the subwoofer in to start with. So, subwoofer first of all, instruction book and accessories pack. It's the actual bar itself. We will get close-ups of this as well. There, but like I say, we'll look closer at that. It looks fairly similar, but there will be some changes or revisions to it. Instruction book and remote pack. And look, first of all, this is the remote control, which we'll look at closer in a moment. In here, power supply, actually DC input onto the bar. That's the figure 8 main socket, mains lead also in there. UK figure 8 mains lead with a right angle connector. Simply just plugs into the power pack, into your main socket, that bit into the bar. Another figure 8 UK mains lead there for the subwoofer. So we've got the wall mount brackets here as well. Got two L-shaped brackets here with some plastic circular sort of washers. Mounting template. Those two circles, we screw those to the wall at the desired height. We'll see on the template. These brackets are attached to the soundbar. They hook on like that. So two of those on the wall holding the soundbar. They do look pretty good actually when they're mounted. I have mounted a few for customers. That is the template for marking the wall up. Quick look. So on this soundbar we've been mounting to A and A over here. So obviously you've got your centre line there, mark centre of the wall or centre below your TV where you want it. A and A, put a spirit level along there as well, make sure it's level. Mark your dots, drill your holes and mount those two plastic sort of spacers there to the wall. So your brackets and your bar can just simply hook on. This is the Bluetooth remote, power on and off. Input buttons, Bluetooth pairing so we can pair it to phones, other devices to stream audio to the soundbar. We do have cursor directional arrows there, play and pause as well if we're listening to music. Mute button, even though it rocks up and down for volume and rocks up and down for the woofer, so reducing the woofer will also reduce the bass. But if we go into the settings cog there, we can do treble and bass. So press settings, up and down I think it is to go to either treble or bass, and then left and right to adjust those values. Also different sound modes there, so preset sounds, clear voice, adaptive sound and so on. Flip it over, get the cover off, we pull it off, AA batteries in the back. Looking at the soundbar there, okay, we can see it quotes true 3.1.2 channels, so 3 channels, that's left and right and centre speaker, 0.1 subwoofer, and there must be 2 upward facing sort of Atmos channels there for atmospheric sound. We've got some touch controls, power button, plus and minus volume, and a source or input button. Okay, so that's looking underneath. We can see where those brackets, those L-shaped brackets there for attaching to the wall. And again, let's have a look. So we've got HDMI loop through there. HDMI ARC, so that's audio return channel from the TV. Digital audio optical in, I'm probably going to use that one today to connect it. DC input there from that power pack, so simply that just plugs in there. And USB half amp there, and I'm guessing you can put USB audio into it. Subwoofer in here, just get it unpacked. nice and basic design subwoofer there. Looking at the back, what can we see? Well, we can see figure 8 mains input, ID set, so if we're repairing, should be standby in red when it's off, it should go blue when the bar is on, and the link button. Big bass port there as well. You can just feel the speaker lightly there through the cloth. Subwoofer's plugged in with the mains, you see there it's on standby. The soundbar here, I haven't plugged anything in yet, but I do have an optical from the TV above, so I'll just pop the optical in there carefully. All my DC pack's got the figure 8 mains lead in, so I can just put it into the DC input there. Flip it over. Good to go. See if the link light turns blue, so instantly turns blue on the sub. I'll turn that back round now. I've got it on the news first. I'll turn the sound up so we can hear speech. He says.
Mandatory quarantine in a government-approved hotel. Portugal joins the amber list, which includes other key British holiday destinations such as Spain, Italy, France and Greece, which the government says British residents should not travel to. The Portuguese government said it was struggling to see the logic in the decision, while here the move has sparked anger and concern in the travel industry and introduced uncertainty for those who've booked to go abroad. Our transport correspondent Caroline Davis reports.
It was a brief moment in the sun. After 3 weeks, Portugal is off the green list. For passengers heading out there today, the news came as a shock.
Gutted, really, but anyway, it is what it is. I understand, but we can't quarantine. When we come back, we've got for work, so we've just had to cancel everything.
Frustrating. It's not a problem for me, I'm retired, but my daughter was coming out with her friends on Sunday, and they've now had to cancel, so 4 of them really disappointed, I guess.
I definitely can't quarantine for 10 days when I come back due to business commitments, so I will make a decision very shortly as to whether I go at all.
In Portugal, beach bars and restaurants have been steadily filling up. UK visitors were surprised by the announcement.
Okay, I'm just going to put some music on so we can hear what it's like on music, courtesy of bensound.com. Got sound modes on the remote, so I can go, we're on adaptive sound at the moment, or the next one is standard. Surround. Game. Back to adaptive. So adaptive should optimize it to the content we've got. If I press the settings cog, got treble and bass, we can adjust those values up and down. We've got woofer up and down there as well. That's pretty much it, but decent sounding soundbar, new for 2021.